I'm not gonna be on here long. I just was coming on here real quick because I'm hearing this ridiculous stuff that's coming out right now. I know dudes ain't nut hugging like this now these days. I know this ain't going on. Am I mistaken? So hold on, am I tripping or not? Is Terrence Crawford fighting Canelo coming up, or is Tank Davis? I'm I'm confused right now. And this is gonna be quick. I ain't gonna be on here long. I just was coming on here real quick because I wanna get this statement out. I'm hearing people come out now because Tank was bringing up Floyd Mayweather's name because he got a fight coming up, which he always does. I ain't mad at him. You know what I'm saying? If that's how you got to sell your tickets, go ahead. But I'm hearing people right now talking about Tank is better than Floyd Mayweather. So let me go ahead and get started on this right now because I ain't gonna be on here long. But to even for people to even say that, bro, I'm gonna tell y'all, I'm finna fry. I'm gonna cook this so bad in the next 5 minutes. Whoever said that, bro, I'm about to expose that so bad. They gonna wish they never said that. First of all, Tank Davis is 30 years old. Okay, so let's get that out of the way. Tank Davis 30 years old. All right, Tank Davis 30 years old. Tank Davis 30 years old. I'm gonna keep saying that until y'all realize this. Tank Davis 30 years old. Do y'all want me to name who Canelo fought when he was by the time he was 30 years old? Okay, let me go ahead and start. Sergey Kovalev. By the time he was 30 years old, like Tank Davis, Canelo. By the time Canelo was 30 years old, he fought Sergey Kovalev at 175. Danny Jacobs, by the time he was 30 years old. Rocky Fielding, by the time he was 30 years old. Golovkin twice, by the time he was 30 years old. Chavez Jr., by the time he was 30 years old. Liam Smith, by the time he was 30 years old. Amir Khan, by the time he was 30 years old. Miguel Cotto, by the time he was 30 years old. James Kirkland, by the time he was 30 years old. Do I need to keep going? Or is everybody gonna keep embarrassing themselves? Do I gotta keep going? Are we really comparing? You can't even compare Tank Davis to Canelo. And people talking about what Tank did in Floyd era. What? Tank by the time Tank 30 years old? You compare him to Floyd? You can't even compare Tank to Canelo by the time he's 30. You can't even compare Tank to Canelo. I ain't even get to Laura yet. I haven't even said Laura yet. We really got people out here that's sniffing this dust. We got ex-crackheads out here, ex-dope fiends out here really talking about Tank better than Floyd Mayweather. Cut it out, man. Cut it out. Y'all really on some the only black on black crime I'm seeing right now is y'all talking about boxing. Bruh. People don't know boxing. This proves it right here. So y'all, is anybody on this list that Eastside Cruz is better than I just said? How about Ryan Garcia? How about Frank Martin? Any of those people right now better than those guys I just named? Oh, Pedraza? Oh, Leo Santa Cruz? Come on now, cut it out. He better than Floyd? Stop it. He ain't better than Floyd. Please. If you got to sell tickets to do that, if your knockouts ain't enough and you got to sit up here and say that, other fighters ain't got to say stuff like that to sell tickets. I ain't never heard Devin Haney say, man, I'm better than Floyd, so I could sell tickets like that. We done heard Bill Haney say that. I guess people have got upset about it. I mean, I think Bill Haney did say something like that, or possibly pass him or whatever. But I don't know, something like that. But this man came out himself and said, yeah, Floyd, skill-wise, come on, man. Then you got fans repeating this. This man can't compete with Canelo by the time Canelo was 30. He can't compete with Canelo by the time Canelo was 30. And guess what? Canelo ain't had no Ryan Garcia he could have teamed up with who had millions and millions of followers to help you get your biggest fight, your biggest payday. Canelo had Mayweather, but they reached out to him as well on both sides. It was both interests on both sides. And then after he fought Floyd, he still fought Angulo, Lara. He fought Trout. He fought Josito Lopez, Shane Mosley. Bro, Tank don't got no names on his resume like that. Bro, what did y'all talking about when y'all come to boxing? Why y'all keep embarrassing yourselves? That's why everybody be laughing at us when they come to boxing. They know more about our boxers than y'all do. Y'all know why boxing in America is a joke right now? Because other countries know more about our fighters than we do. Well, I ain't gonna say we, than y'all do. So let me go down the list of who Tank fought by the time he's 30. And I'm gonna go back to Canelo's list by the time he was 30 years old. Frank Martin, Ryan Garcia, Hector Luis Garcia, Rolly Romero, Isaac Cruz, Mario Barrios, Leo Santa Cruz, Gamboa, who y'all said was trash when Terrence Crawford fought him. The same Gamboa who lasted 9 rounds on a torn Achilles. When Kobe Bryant couldn't even shoot a free throw on the torn Achilles, Gamboa lasted another 25 minutes in the fight on the torn Achilles. But for some reason, people say he went good on the resume. So I'm not giving y'all credit for that. Don't try to take credit for Gamboa now because you need it to argue about Tank. Nah, you don't get that. Ricardo Nunes, what is he doing now? Does anybody know what Ricardo Nunes is doing right now in boxing? Ricardo Nunes got 6 losses. Ever since Ricardo Nunes fought Tank, he got 3 losses in a row. Ricardo Nunes has lost 3 fights in a row. He has 6 losses now. Dude got 6 losses. Ever since he fought Tank. Tank just fought the dude 3 years ago. And he got 6 losses already. So Tank out here fighting in his prime dudes who got 6 losses. Let me guess, Tank ruined them. Oh, okay. Let me see. Francisco Fonseca, yeah, we know what he's doing. I don't know, like Leo Santa Cruz hasn't been active since then. Barrios almost lost his last fight. Isaac Cruz has been looking bad lately. I told people he looked bad in the Rolly fight. People didn't believe me. Then he got beat by Rayo. Then everybody told me he looked small. Isaac Cruz looked small at 140. Well, Rayo's a 142. He's a 135 too. He came up from 135. That was his first fight at 140. Rayo went no 140. Y'all really trying to compare people's Floyd to Tank? Stop it. What do you think that we asking Tank to fight certain fights for? We trying to help Tank. We like, brother, you ain't on the same trajectory as with Canelo. Bro, you know how much we've been dragging Canelo over the years? And you see what kind of resume Canelo got? To be honest with you, we've been babying Tank. Because if Canelo had a resume like this, I wouldn't even be watching Canelo fight. To be honest with you, to keep it 1,000. What do y'all, he better have knockouts. Because if Canelo had a resume like, if Canelo was fighting Lamont, if Canelo Alvarez at 30 years old was fighting Lamont Roach, Frank Martin, Ryan Garcia, Hector Luis Garcia, Rolly Romero, Isaac Cruz, Mario Barrios, Leo Santa Cruz, Gamboa, Nunes, and saying that he's on Tank level or not, come on. I mean, if he's on Mayweather level, skill-wise and everything else, stop it. Bro, what kind of boxing y'all watching? Are y'all serious? That's why, you know what? I'm going to tell you something else too. That's why a lot of these dudes can't talk about boxing from 5 or 10 years ago. Because they was wrong about that. Notice that. If y'all notice, a lot of dudes, they don't never talk about what happened 2 or 3 years ago in boxing, 5 years ago. They usually talk about he can knock this guy out and he could knock that guy out. What about what happened 5 years ago? How about that? Let's pull up the resume. I'll put it up on my computer. Let's see, so I can show people who Canelo really fought. And we talking about Tank better than Floyd? Man, y'all better get up out of here with that stuff. Y'all don't know boxing. Y'all don't know boxing. Save your money, because you ain't finna win nothing talking like that. Save your money. Please save your money. Please. Don't no kids need to be starving because their parents want to have an ego when it comes to boxing. Please save your money. Don't do that to your children. Please save your money, because you do not know boxing. Please, don't do them kids like that. So here we go. So Kovalev is when Canelo was 30. So Canelo knocked out Kovalev at 30. Then he goes Danny Jacobs. Then he goes Rocky Fielding. Then he goes Golovkin twice. Chavez Jr., Liam Smith, Amir Khan, Cotto, Kirkland, Lara, and Gulo. Come on, man. Are we serious? Like, what are we talking about? These are all killers. What are we talking about? Even Amir Khan beat Maidana. Even though I be like, yeah, Canelo, why he ain't fight Maidana? Amir Khan beat Maidana. Like, what are we talking about? Maybe I'm a little too hard on Canelo or something, because y'all lowering the standards. I'm looking for a 5-course meal, and y'all expecting some McDonald's. Y'all on the dollar menu. Talking about how good it is. This show is good. Man, y'all don't cut that out, bro. Bro, these dudes do not know no boxing, man. I'm telling you. It is sad out here. It is sad. It is sad. We really got boxing fans. Let me run this back. So we really got boxing fans out here. So we comparing. So people saying, let me run this back. So we have fans out here that's comparing, saying that Floyd Mayweather, Tank Davis is better than Floyd Mayweather. We have fans saying that right now. Bruh, Tank ain't even better than Canelo, a dude he ain't better than a dude who barely won a round against Floyd. When it comes to resumes, by the time Canelo was 30, he was fighting Sergey Kovalev, Daniel Jacobs, Rocky Fielding, Triple G twice, Chavez Jr., Liam Smith, Amir Khan, Cotto, James Kirkland, Lara. Do I gotta keep going? Look at all these names right here. Mosley, Trout. Come on, man. Are we serious? What y'all gonna compare that to? Huh? What y'all gonna compare that to? The names on Tank list? Well, let's go to the names on Tank list. Let's go to the names on Tank list. These people out here talking, man, Tank is better than Floyd. By fighting who? By fighting who? Y'all favorite fight that Tank had was a sparring match with Devin Haney. That's y'all favorite fight that Tank had. Your favorite fight. Tank fought Lamont Roach, and y'all was talking about the sparring match between Devin Haney not Lamont Roach. He fought Frank Martin. Y'all was talking about the sparring match between him and Devin Haney more than that fight. So don't sit up here and lie to me and cap like that's one of your favorite fights you ever seen. Cut it out. Cut it out. He fought Frank Martin, who didn't start boxing until he was basically grown. Ryan Garcia, and that's credit to Frank Martin. That ain't credit to Tank. That's credit for Frank Martin for being a specimen. Ryan Garcia, who everybody was saying he was weight drained, who got stopped in the 7th round. Hector Luis Garcia, Roland Romero, who's been looking terrible. Terrible. Isaac Cruz, who looked bad in his last fight, and he got outclassed against Rayo. Mario Barrios, who almost got stopped in his last fight, and I like Mario Barrios, one of my favorite fighters. But I keep it 1,000 though. I keep it 1,000. Leo Santa Cruz, who really ain't been active. was undersized. Come on. Gamboa, who had a torn Achilles. I'm talking about Gamboa. Let me tell you how bad the injury is Gamboa had. The torn Achilles is so bad. You can't name no other athlete on earth that lasted longer in sports, whether it's basketball, football, baseball, or boxing, with a torn Achilles longer than Gamboa. The man went 25 minutes with Tank, and the only reason he got stopped is because he stood in the middle and couldn't even move around. So he was literally a punching bag. And people say that when Terrence Crawford beat Gamboa 5 years earlier, he was a bum. But when Tank beat him, he an all-time great. So I'm not even giving you credit for that one, because y'all ain't giving nobody else credit for that fight. Nunes. Let's look at Nunes. Nunes was 2-21 when he fought Tank. What's Nunes' record right now? Really? What? Come on, what? Huh? Are we serious? Dudes fighting these type of guys better than Floyd? And we biased? So this gets you on the list of being better than Floyd. So this gets you on the list of being better than Floyd. When was it? What? Fonseca? Like, what are these dudes doing now? And to be honest with you, Rolly he lost that fight before he fought Tank. Got beat up by Jackson Moranez. So Rolly should have like 4 losses right now. To be real, he should have like 4 losses. So everybody you fighting getting smashed, demolished. Look at this. They got Pedraza on there. Okay, cool. Liam Walsh is straight. Liam Walsh straight, but he didn't do much after he fought Tank. He cashed out. He fought 2 more times and he was out the door. So he wasn't no factor in boxing. Who Lamont Roach, the best fighter you got. A champion. Who dropped Hector Luis Garcia. Lamont Roach, the best you got. Ryan Garcia, everybody say he was weight drained. Even if he wasn't weight drained, he still ain't last longer than Frank Martin. Ryan Garcia act like Frank Martin was trash going into the fight, and Frank Martin lasted longer than him. But what y'all gonna say? I'll give you another one. Rayo had a better performance against Eastside Cruz than Tank did. And we comparing that to, so that make you better than Floyd? Man, y'all better stop it. For real, y'all better stop it. Seriously. Quit embarrassing yourself. This is embarrassing. We gonna compare that to Canelo. What Canelo has done in his career. Y'all better stop it. By the age of 30, Canelo's resume is better than Tank Davis. By the age of 30. I'm talking about by the age of 30. 30 and down. I ain't talking about the whole resume. I ain't cheating. I'm talking about 30 and down. Kovalev, Jacobs, Fielding, Golovkin twice. Those 5 right there better than Tank's whole resume. How about that? Let anybody else, who want to disagree with that? Who want to disagree with that? And we talking about better than Floyd. Man, y'all don't cut it out here and go learn some boxing. I don't know what YouTubers these dudes be watching, but they ain't helping y'all cash out on no money. If y'all, I'm just being real. Ain't no way y'all looking at this. Talking about I'm hearing people talking about, well, he better than Floyd. Man, y'all that desperate? Y'all that desperate? Are we serious? The fighters he fighting, the fighters that Tank fighting, they not even gonna be, they ain't even gonna look good on the resume. They gonna be looking like the guy we just seen. Ricardo Nunes. The dude got 6 losses. I wish Devin Haney would have somebody in his resume that had 6 losses right after he fought them. It ain't gonna happen. That means you're fighting a bum. That means you're fighting a bum. People forget the guy he fought again, Kambosos, beat Teofimo. And people be hating so bad, they don't even want to give Kambosos credit for beating Teofimo Lopez. Everybody act like Teofimo, they protect Teofimo so much, they don't even act like he undefeated. They'll bring up a fight he didn't lose more than the fight he actually lost because Devin Haney went out there and washed him. These people talking about, man, Canelo got a better resume than this dude under 30 years old. And Canelo lost almost every round to Floyd. Just about every round he lost. In my eyes, he lost every round. He didn't do nothing. And he still got a better resume under 30 years old than Tank. And do you know how much pressure and criticism Canelo get? People talking about Canelo, are you gonna fight Bitterbiv and Bivol and bro, do y'all know how many weight classes Canelo done moved up? And people still asking Canelo to move up. And y'all trying to compare Tank to Floyd? You can't even compare him to Canelo. I was just talking about William Skull today. William Skull. And look what the names Canelo got. It's still better. Y'all lowering the standards in boxing, man. I'm gonna be real with y'all. Dudes is lowering the standards in boxing. Dudes is lowering the standards in boxing. I'm gonna be 100 with you. They lowering the standards. And then guess what? If you go to the guys' resumes that Canelo fought, they got resumes. Danny Jacobs got number names down there. Number names. Caleb Truitt, Sergio Mora, Peter Quillen, Sergio Mora, Triple G, Luis Arias, Selecki, Derevyanchenko, Canelo, Chavez Jr., Rosado, Ryder. Come on, man. Can y'all stop it, bro? Please, man. Please. Quit trying to compare. It ain't even the same. That's why I'm saying Tank got to put some names on his resume that can actually survive and make themselves look good after he fight them. The people that he's fighting, they looking trash after he fight them. It ain't that Tank looking trash when he fighting them. They looking trash. They looking bad. Eastside Cruz looked worse against Rayo than he did against Tank. Ain't nobody questioning that. Oh, well, Tank had one hand that was messed up. He ain't got power in both hands? And y'all comparing him to Floyd? He can't have a spectacular performance against a one-dimensional Eastside Cruz with short arms and short legs? Who's right in front of you? A guy who's standing right in front of you. Eastside Cruz almost got stopped a couple of weeks ago. He can't give a guy like that trouble with one hand, and you got power in both hands. The people talking about you got power in both hands. I know dudes who have broke hands in boxing and knock people out with a broke hand. Going into the fight with a broke hand. Benavidez, both of his hands was messed up when he fought against Vaz, won the fight. And Volzig is a beast. But nah, man, you know, Tank, when he fought Floyd, man, when he fight, man, he look better than Floyd. If he fight Floyd, man, in his prime, he'll beat him. Bro, he struggled against Eastside Cruz. So now Eastside Cruz is Canelo 2.0, huh? Guess what? Let me give you another one. Old Floyd did better against Canelo